See,
There's a reason why he didn't check Halliburton. He was too quick.
I mean, see, here's the thing. I was gonna say they was hunting SGA, but no, they weren't. It's like out of everybody you were gonna pick, you gonna. I mean, you got who you have to go against? Lou Dort,
Well,
you know what I mean? Or
Jalen
SGA.
Williams,
well,
Alex Caruso. Like, come on,
you can
man.
see that game plan was to put SGA in pick and roll. That was the whole thing. To start off
They,
with putting him in pick and roll, and they kept
they,
doing it all the time.
they,
That's why Neymar had the ball.
they did that when he was in foul trouble.
Well, they did it
So
beforehand. They did a lot. Even
No,
before.
Tony, they did it most of the time
they
when he was in
wasn't
foul
hunting
trouble.
that Tony. That they wasn't like they wasn't.
No. I'm not saying they were hunting him. But what I'm
Okay,
saying
okay.
is that the game plan was to put him in a lot of pick and roll. Was
The game
was
plan
the
was put
one
Chet in
was
the
the
pick and
one
roll.
with Chet too? Yeah, but to tire him out. That's what they wanted to do because they realized after a while
Okay,
that he gassed a lot. So they wanted to tire him out and also get him in foul trouble. So that's one of the reasons why they were doing it. But you're right. They did it more to Chet than anybody. You're right.
Chet and Hardenstein. Hardenstein was like killing me in Game 7 on his recover on the pick and roll.
He's so salty.
Like
Yeah.
you know,
He's
you
so
show him recover.
slow.
I
He
was like,
couldn't do
oh, he was
much.
so slow.
He couldn't
All
do
right.
much.
But Tony, you know, y'all made it to Game 7. I know the title says Halliburton tests Achilles, but I want you to elaborate on y'all season if you want to. You know, so go ahead. You ready? Go ahead.
Joe. So I have nothing but praise for them. Great coaching. Coaching. This is one of those series where you see that coaching means a lot, right? Because they were by far the better team. People had it being a gentleman's sweep and all types of things, and it went 7 games. So that's all coaching. That's all called coaching when it comes down to it. So I'm proud of how they played. I think there were some coaching decisions that probably hurt them. I also truly believe had they won both games at home, and I think I don't know if I told David this, but I think I said to them that if it'll either be the Pacers in 6 or OKC in 7. That was my prediction. Because I knew if we went Game 7, I don't know how they were going to play, how Indiana was going to come out and play. But it was a great season overall.
Okay, so I want you to talk about Halliburton. We want to jump back to the series, but talk about Halliburton injury. Like as a fan watching the series, watching the game, and he's off to a hot start, and then he makes a move to go inside because they kind of pressed him on the 3-point line, and I know you saw a pop, like the replay, you can see the Achilles pop. What was your reaction, and how do you think y'all will respond from this injury?
Typical Halliburton.
What do you mean?
Did he not get hurt last year in the Boston series?
Oh, dang, he did.
Did he not get hurt the year before? I'm like, it was typical. I was waiting for it to happen. Like as soon as the calf injury happened, I was like, oh man, here we go again. Here we go again. Right. I feel bad for him because he was really playing well. He was playing really well in that game. And had he been there, it probably would have been a lot closer. Because typically the last few game 7s have been what 6 points or less in victory.
Yeah.
So I figured that,
finals.
Yeah, for the NBA title. So
Okay.
so you would think that it would have been a closer game if I'm not sure if they would have won, right? But I think it would have been a more competitive third quarter than what it was, because that third quarter was a killer. But yeah, it was a typical thing. He seems to get hurt at the wrong moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gets hurt at the wrong moment. But I will say this, man. I was sitting here wondering how I was going to what I was going to say to you guys when I was in here about this injury. But I had this injury before, not completely tearing my Achilles tendon, but I had a tear, right? And even the partial hurts like crazy, right? And mine's healed on its own, but it developed tendonitis in it. So every time I came down on my heel, it felt like the pain going up my leg. So most of you think that the pain is in the ankle where it is. It actually hurts more in the calf area. than in there than where it was hurting at. But anywho,
I
um,
mean, yeah, that's what the way it popped that for real.
yeah, the
Around that.
recovery is going to be a little while. I don't know if his so Tatum's injury was a little bit worse than Halliburton's was because of where it popped at, where Tatum's popped at. I think where they're saying that he's going to probably miss all year just because
He
of his
will.
fragile. Just talking about Halliburton, he's just fragile, so he'll probably miss the whole year. Miss the whole year. But uh, this is where players we got in the G League, and knock on wood, we got we got the point. We got a UConn guy down there in the G League that can come up and play now, and he pushes the ball, and he probably can't shoot like Halliburton can't have. But I mean, Halliburton couldn't shoot when he first came in either, but he developed that shot. So he's down and developing a great shot down there. So we got players down there that can come up. Hopefully they won't panic and do trades and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking right now. As far as that goes.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I think the way y'all are coached, Rick Carlisle, I think y'all can still be a playoff team. And Dave, they there. He see all the moves that's being made. Y'all might be one of the teams that make a move, but also, I think y'all made a recent trade to regain y'all first round pick for 2026. So, if y'all end up being a bad team, then y'all in good position to get another good player when Halliburton comes back in 2026. But I think y'all still gonna make the playoffs. But let me ask you this though. I gotta ask you this. I think you already answered it, but do you think y'all win though if Halliburton doesn't get hurt?
I think the chances of them winning was better when he was there. Right now, I do think that um, I do think that Carlisle could have made some moves that would have, like for me, Ben would have probably been a better option um, instead of still coming off the bench.
Ben
You get what
Shepherd.
I'm saying? No, not
No,
Shepard.
Oh,
and
Ben
Mac,
Mather.
yeah,
Yeah, I think he would have been a better option.
to come off the. You mean this? You said two come off the bench?
No, to start the
Oh,
when Halliburton
okay.
got hurt, I think he would have been a better
Oh,
option, right? Because
okay.
you know what I'm saying. And the only reason why I say that is now you got a guy that's still big, like Halliburton was tall is tall. You know what I'm saying. Ben Shepard plays too timid. You know what I'm saying. So you want a guy that's going to come in and be a dog because at that point in time. And he's that dog that comes off the bench. Now you may have lost something coming off the bench, but you could have played him longer at that point in time. He's one of those he's one of those shooters that is a streak shooter. So once he starts, once he starts to get hot, he just continue to load in the gun and just keep shooting. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, continue.
No. That's just what I did. And I mean, I thought that he was underutilized both in game 4 and in game 7.
Okay, I do got a question for you. Sorry, Dave. I don't know if you got something to say. All right, I got a question for you. What's up with Siakam? Because like when I watch y'all play, it's like, dang, Siakam cooking. And I start watching the game, and two and a half quarters go by, and I'm like, hold on, Siakam still playing? Like I remember watching game 7. I mentioned this. I forgot what game it was. I mentioned this, and then I'm watching game 7, and I put in chat. I said, hold on. I just realized I haven't like heard from Siakam in a long time. Like he
Mhm.
just disappearing from the game. Like he be vanishing. Do you see the same thing I'm saying, or like what's up?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like a conservation of energy to play in the fourth quarter or what it is, but he typically disappears somewhere between halfway in the second quarter and halfway in the third quarter. And like that whole 12-minute period right there, it's like he's non-existent, right? And he's on the floor,
Except for
right?
game 6.
Well, game 6 was a different
When he
game.
got the dunk in the game and bust a
OKC couldn't. I don't know what was going on with OKC in that game. I was sitting there and watching it. That's why I didn't even comment on it because I was like, I don't know, right? That just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like, oh, we want to win on our floor, so type thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see any effort. Like the effort wasn't there at all.
Nope.
And I was like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Are they just building up our confidence so we can go out there and you know and just be ducks in a pond right now? So that's kind of how I felt. So I didn't read too much into the victory as it was. I mean, their second and I don't know what third squad came in and outscored out the guys in the fourth quarter. When you looked at the whole thing, so it wasn't nothing in there. But he does disappear a lot. I saw this thing today that's funny. Do you know he's been on the court for a lot of players' major injuries?
Yeah. Yeah.
I looked at it and I went and looked
Kevin
it up, and I was
Durant,
like, you know what? He
Klay
has
Thompson.
been.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, must be the Congo.
And they got like his face in the cut, like looking every time.
Bro, it's weird. And when I saw it and I looked it up, I said, you know what? He was on the floor every single time.
Dame Lillard.
Every single time. But see,
KD.
Hey, I said, yeah, KD, Clay.
KD, Clay, Dame, just go Halliburton now. You just go down the line, bro. He's been on the floor for a lot of people's injuries. So, yeah, a lot of guys.
Taylor
Like,
Brunson.
it's like, well, now Brunson hurt himself. Anyway, sorry, Knicks fans.
Yeah, I mean, y'all had a great year, man. Go ahead.
It was a great year. But see, Halliburton. So I love the guy, right? But he has to, like, this is one of those times where he needs to learn that he needs to get into the gym. Like you can tell even when he like, I've never seen a guy that needs a back pad every time he comes on like he has this heat pad going on his back. And I'm like, bro, you're like 25. What are you doing? Like what's going on? Like my grandfather used to sit up without a heat pad. What's wrong with you? like what's going on? My grandfather worked construction and came home and did whatever. Like you're playing basketball. Like, why are you having all these injuries?
He is for real.
He's for and see, and this is why I believe wholeheartedly that they're going to eventually move on from him. If he doesn't come in there and if he doesn't come in there and I think he is going to be our version of Luka with Dallas. Someone that doesn't come in there and doesn't think he needs to get in the gym, doesn't think he needs to get stronger, doesn't need to do those things like that. He just plays like that. And he's too fragile for us to go in there and continue to deal with that. We have a good team, right? We have a good nucleus of a team. He's a part of that nucleus. I'm not saying he's not a part of that nucleus, but Holly gets hurt too much. Last year, if he plays, we don't get swept by Boston. And it's also a good change.
I wish you were in the chat when we were talking about this earlier today. I wish you were.
They don't get swept by Boston if he plays. You know what I'm saying? And that's it's just that. I mean, look how close they were without him. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like it's he gets hurt at the wrong time. He is our version of Dak Prescott.
Oh, well, Dak get hurt in the season.
That's a little disrespectful.
No, Dak get hurt in the regular season, but Dak does hurt the team in the playoffs, though.
Exactly. Holly don't hurt them in the playoffs.
He does because he's never there.
Dak don't get past the second round. That's not Tom. You can't do that.
Yeah, I know. That was just a stab at that. Tomo's not here, and I wanted. I was holding that one there.
I know Tomo like, come on, man. It's like,
but no. I mean, like in all seriousness, he just gets hurt all the time. I mean, just think of all the players that we have in the league now that's just like he's just like a lot of guys. He is just like what's his name in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Always gets hurt. And always gets hurt, right? And it always hurts the team. It's always at the wrong time.
It's like Dame now. Dame always hurt.
Well, Dame's injury. So Dame came back too fast, right? He got talking. He got talked into coming back, mouthing with Holly, right? and he should have stayed out until game 3 or something like that, right? Take the extra rest. When he came back and he played pretty well, that got in his head. He keep forgetting, oh, I got this injury. So he started playing hard, and he made a normal move, and pop goes the weasel.
I did see something about the injuries in NBA. It was a dude. He talked about how players are taking a lot. I forgot. He had a lot more steps. Go ahead, Dave. You got it. Go ahead.
Because that's exactly what I was going to go into. We might be talking about the same guy.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. It's your moment. Go ahead. I'm bad. Go ahead.
I was waiting on Tony. I wanted him to